There is one simple thing that I do that keeps me going, keeps me feeling unstoppable, even on the days and sometimes even weeks when I don't feel like doing anything. And that one thing is just showing up. It is so manageable and it has honestly completely changed my life. So today we're gonna chat about it and I'm gonna show you how to do it for yourself. Welcome back to my channel, my friends, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Christy, and I make content centered around realizing that no matter where we are in life, no matter our age, we are just on time to live the life of our dreams. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I am really big on making small tweaks in order to see huge progress. And for me, showing up has been key. That's it. No matter how tired, overwhelmed, or unmotivated I feel, I've learned how to show up for myself in some way. Here's the thing, I get it. Life is lifing. Recently, I overcame a season where everything just felt like it hit all at once, and I was just feeling a bit demotivated, a bit just uninspired toward the things that I needed to do. But what really kept me going was I didn't spiral. Instead, I told myself to just show up. Some days that looked like going for a quick walk or making sure I at least had one vegetable, yes, one, on my plate, or dedicating 5 minutes for doing things that I just really didn't feel like doing. Those small moments kept me connected and reminded me that I am still on track for the life that I want. I'm still on track for the life that I'm building, but I just need to stay in the game. So what's the problem and how does this work? A lot of times people stay stuck because they feel like they have to have these big, huge, dramatic changes in order for it to count. Like they just have to transform their lives overnight. And if they don't, then they're not making any progress. We think that if we can't dedicate 100% of ourselves to a particular effort or to a particular outcome, then there's no point in even starting. And so we build up in our heads that we need to declutter everything over a weekend. We need to completely overhaul our diet. We need to suddenly wake up at 5 a.m. and just be a brand new person. And if we can't do that, then why even bother? And I say this because I have done it. I have been there. I would fall into this all or nothing mindset where if I couldn't do it perfectly, then maybe there was just really no point in doing it at all until I actually had time to do it. Or I would start and stop, then start and stop, or start, not see the progress I wanted to see, change up the whole plan, and then start again. And it was just a whole big mess. I would wait to feel excited about it. I would wait for life to calm down. I would wait for this perfect season where just like all the stars aligned and I had all the time, all the energy, all the clarity, all of the everything to get started. And spoiler alert, that season doesn't exist. I imagine that you have been caught in that too. And what happens is that we lose momentum every single time. And before we know it, it has been 6 months, a year, 5 years, and nothing has changed. And the thing is, it's not because we're not capable. It's not because we don't want it bad enough, but it's because we're chasing this unrealistic version of how change is supposed to look. The people that you see living the lives that you want, and for you to be able to live the life that you want, for the most part, it is not going to come from having these dramatic breakthrough movie-worthy moments, but it's going to come from the consistent small actions that happen on a regular basis. You show up for yourself in these small, ordinary ways when nobody is watching. You do it on the hard days. You do it on the ordinary days. You do it on the days when you're like, I am so over this. And as you do it, the small moves, they add up. If you're stuck right now, because you're one of my ambitious girlies, I'm gonna say it is not because you're lazy. It's not because you don't have enough time or enough willpower. It's because you've tricked yourself into believing that it has to be big. And it doesn't. It never did. Showing up is the shift that changed everything for me. And it is almost annoyingly simple. Like, just show up? Yes, just show up. That's it. That's the secret. Not perfectly, not with a full clear plan, not with all of the energy in the world. Just show up. When I was in my little, like, momentary funk where I felt like I was stretched so thin and I was just feeling really demotivated, the old me would have just ghosted myself and been like, you know what, I'll start on Monday, or I'll get back to it when things slow down. But what kept me going was that I showed up in the smallest ways. It wasn't impressive. It wasn't Instagram worthy. Quick aside, if you're not following on Instagram, go follow me. I'm doing a whole lot of fun stuff over there. Nobody clapped for it, but those tiny moves were the small reminders to myself that, hey, we're still doing this. We're still in it. The life you want is still there. You have not missed your shot. And little by little, that momentum started coming back to where now I am like completely back doing the things that I was doing with the same level of energy and momentum that I had before that dip. And that's what I want you to hear today. You don't need a full plan. You don't need a perfect morning routine. You don't need to declutter your entire house this weekend. You don't need to run a marathon to burn out all of the calories that you ate over the past few weeks. You just need to show up for yourself however you can and in whatever way makes sense for your life today. So what can that look like? That might mean drinking one additional glass of water. Heck, that might just be filling up your water cup and taking it with you so that it reminds you to actually take a sip of it. Maybe it is setting a 5-minute timer and tidying up one small space of your home. It could be going on a short walk or turning off your phone 10 minutes earlier before you go to bed. Maybe it's saying no to something that you genuinely don't have the capacity for. Giving yourself a few minutes of quiet time, even if you only have like 3 minutes. Stop making it bigger than it needs to be. And I have to remind myself of this all the time because I naturally want to be like, I want to do everything, but I can't do everything. And so every time I remind myself to just show up, to just do it, then it keeps my head in the game. It keeps me going because it all counts. Every part of it. Every single time you show up, it all counts. When you show up, you keep the promises that you're making to yourself. Sometimes people find it difficult to change because they don't keep the promises that they make to themselves. And so they don't trust themselves with the things that they want to do. But when you show up, you are teaching yourself that, oh, I keep the promises that I make to myself. The things that I say that I'm going to do, I'm going to do. Now, I may not do them perfectly, but I am going to do them by some measure. I am going to make that thing happen. And then before you know it, you wake up one day and you realize, wow, I have come so far. I am not where I used to be. I was talking with my husband about this the other day, how, wow, it is so cool to see how I've grown, even in this past year, just the changes that I've made. So that is my encouragement to you, to do something today to show up for yourself. If you've been feeling stuck, overwhelmed, that life has just gotten so loud that you don't even know where to start, I get it. It is so easy to think that the answer is in some massive overhaul, but I promise you it's not. It is in showing up today in some small way, and then waking up tomorrow, showing up in some small way, and doing that over and over and over again. It's deciding that you're not waiting for Monday. You're not waiting for a new month. You're not waiting for life to slow down. You are claiming your life right now, as messy, as imperfect as it is, and you are moving anyway. And listen, if you've been feeling stuck, maybe you've been feeling stretched so thin that you have been taking care of everything and everybody else, that you haven't prioritized you in forever, and it feels like every part of your life is hanging on by a thread. I've got something for you. I'm actually going to be hosting a 5-day challenge at the end of June, where over 5 days, I'm going to show you how to get your time and energy back and how to show up for yourself unapologetically. You will be able to start building momentum toward the life that you've been dreaming about, even if you're busy, even if you're overwhelmed, even if you feel like you're starting from zero. It's not about perfection. It's about progress. It's about building momentum. It's about remembering who you are and the dreams that God has placed on your heart. We are going to have a blast. So if that sounds like something you need, I am leaving the link to my mailing list in the description so you can get all of the information. I would love for you to join us. I really believe that it's one of those moments that you're going to look back on and think, wow, yeah, that was the turning point. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if it did, let me know what resonated the most with you and how you are showing up for yourself in some small way today. Also, if you're not subscribed, like, what are you doing? I'm gonna need you to jump on that. All right, my friends, I love you so much, and I will see you in my next. Mwah. Bye for now.